Good morning, good day, good evening, good night to all those watching. Hello, welcome back to another video. Hope we're all doing well. Today's gonna be a little bit of a different video. This video needs a little bit of context. For those who don't know or are new to the channel, or haven't watched the 200 subscribers special, which by the way, thank you guys so much for the support on that and just for the support of the channel. Anyways, I love you all so much. I have been going to college. I started through a Summer Success Academy at Georgia State University, and it was kind of like a precursor to getting adjusted to the fall. I passed, I got 7 credits early, yada yada yada, all the fun stuff. And as of today, it is currently August 13th at the time of this recording and the time of this upload. My move-in day is actually on the 17th. I still have a lot of packing and a lot of getting my hair done and getting a beard cleaned and making sure all that stuff is before that, because my first day of school for the fall semester officially is the 21st of August. And pretty much in the 200 subscriber special, I pretty much talked about it at length about how my first semester went, all that stuff. But it was a precursor. Like I said, it's not the real thing because it wasn't fall, and fall means everybody's going to show up. And I actually plan on taking y'all along with me on this journey of college, because I don't know where the hell I'm going to end up. I don't know what the hell's going to happen. Based on the summer, it's going to get probably really hectic. So I'm going to take you along the trip. So before I go into the fall semester and I get that first day video out, I'm going to this video is about kind of what things you should know, specifically 5 things you should know before going into your first day on college. Disclaimers: I know there's various differences between campuses and cultures, all that in the third. My reference points is Georgia State University. Obviously things may vary, but this is speaking on a general consensus. And hey, if you're going to Georgia State or you plan on going to Georgia State, this is like perfect because this is like a first-hand experience for you. If you want more videos like this, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We've been getting more and more subscribers each day. We're up to 213, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much. Road to 1,000, that's where we want to be, hopefully by the end of the year. So let's please keep doing that. Keep sharing these videos, all that stuff. If you want more college videos, leave a comment down below with what you want me to cover. The pros of college, the cons of college, all this, that, and the third. So number one thing that I think, in my opinion, is one of, if not the most important thing to know, which again is very self-explanatory, but you'd be surprised what people don't know, is you have to know your campus. Know the campus. You do not want to be the person on the first day having to like ask random people, even though there's nothing wrong with it, because I did that, where specific classes when you're on crunch time. When it comes down to it, you want to be able to walk and figure out your campus beforehand, before your first day, most definitely. In the context of Georgia State, I've lived in Atlanta all my life, so it's been pretty easy. It's just downtown, and even then, I still went on college tours and like tours of the campus and all that stuff. Which again is like your number one thing you should do. And if you're able to try to walk the campus and figure out where stuff is outside of the confinements of a tour, I would recommend it. I know all colleges probably won't allow that, but for open ones, kind of like Georgia State, since it is literally the city of Atlanta, I was able to walk downtown and just figure out where certain buildings are, and it helps clear up a lot of confusion, especially when you're trying to get the class and you have to go, if your campus is pretty big, you have to go on the opposite end of it from one place to another, and you only have like a 10-minute cut time. It's good to know beforehand and prep for that should the time ever come where you're running late or this, that, and the other. So it's not just buildings or classes, so know where the gym is, know where the food hall or food halls are, know where the pool is at. Know if there's a shuttle service. If it's a bigger campus, you have to get pretty far. Know the routes of where the stuff is. Know that stuff with the campus, and then not only will you be like savvy and you'll be like calm, and be able to just move how you need to move, you also will be like the beacon of hope for anyone who doesn't plan in the slightest. Second thing that you should know before your first day is your schedule. Now, again, very self-explanatory, but things to be said. You'll be surprised how many people just don't know where they're supposed to be. Kind of translates the same way as high school and middle school, but it's a little bit easier now because you're kind of on your own. When you get your schedule and you're registered for all your classes, when you are just like, all right, I've got all the stuff, I know what my stuff is looking like, take your schedule, look at it, either put it in your calendar, put it somewhere where you're going to look at it, and then literally walk to each class in order. Because I know for me, I have a spread out schedule. And especially if you have many of those classes that really take attendance, and I mean really take attendance into account. Hello, Georgia State School of Music. I saw it. Their thing is like 2 unexcused tardies equals 1 unexcused absence, and it's like and that like drops your grade heavy. So you also don't want to miss things, because again, like back in when I did my course for the summer, ethics, we had a quiz in the first 5-10 minutes of class. So you were 5 minutes late, you missed your chance to take the quiz, and that's a 0. Walk your schedule, and you got to make notes somewhere. Maybe type it in your phone, wherever the hell, technology, whatever you got to do it. And then once you walk it enough, and then so you know where you're going, you don't feel completely lost. Even if you're not entirely comfortable, write something down that'll make you remember, I need to go here at this time. This is one of the quicker ways to go to it. I can have enough time to go here. Let me stop here and then go somewhere else, if that makes any sense. Please, people, don't give yourselves heart attacks on the first day and have yourselves breaking down in the bathroom because you were 2 minutes late to your first class and now you feel embarrassment because it's your first day. Because I promise you, everybody else is going through the same thing. You're good. You'll be all right. This one is specifically housing. Know your roommates. Now this one is I'm currently slacking on at the moment, but to avoid my mistakes, this is why we're here. Look at me as your crash dummy into the world of collegiate education. Know your roommates, try to get to know them. I know certain colleges, I don't know if all colleges do it. Like I said, I have no idea. I know of Georgia State, you're able to like request roommates. If if a couple of your friends are going to the same college, you guys want to room together, do that through through your admissions, not admissions office, I'm stupid, your housing office, and get to know the people on your room. And even when you start your semester, get to know your roommates because they could be cool, and also it like prevents a lot of fighting and a lot of arguments if you guys are on the same page of communication. And not even just your roommates, like your suite mates, if you share a bathroom with somebody. If you have your own room, you don't have to worry about the roommate part, but if you have to like share a conjoining bathroom, like how a lot of dorms have to, at least Georgia State's has to, learn the people on your floor, learn your RA, learn about your RA, learn about everybody on the floor, because you'll be surprised what people know, and you'll get invited and get to do some fun things. And a lot of people knew about events that I had no idea that were existing, and I hopped on a shuttle and we had a time of our lives and went to this cookout thing at the Georgia State Stadium. I believe it was the first Friday. You just get invited to things, get to know your roommates, get to know that, because again, it prevents a lot of fighting, especially if you're one of those people, for all the guys or girls, you know what I'm saying, depending how you swim, and you bring some friends over unannounced, or if you want to bring some friends or some people over in the room, it's good to give the people the heads up. Don't be one of those assholes that just shows up with a mob of people and then be like, hey, surprise! Because nobody wants to be that guy, and no one wants to deal with that person. Some people don't care. I am one of those people that kind of doesn't care, but at the same time, if you bring someone that's insane and I have a lot of expensive stuff, and then all of a sudden that expensive stuff goes missing, I will probably murder you. Next one is know the events. And this kind of plays into all these kind of play into each other, but know the events. There's a lot of fun stuff that happens in a lot of colleges. Some of it can be, stereotypically corny, like, oh my God, guys, go cut out this board, this vision board, and there'll be snacks and drinks and treats and all the nine. And while that may seem corny and all that stuff to certain people, I say just go anyways, because again, sometimes it's not even about the event itself, it's about who you meet there. You'll be surprised about the amount of people that just show up and just look just as lost as you, and then if you start a conversation, and boom, look at that, friend for life. I'm telling you, let it be the pool party, try things. Pool party, vision board party, like a freaking Uno tournament, whatever you gotta do. This also plays in the part in the clubs as well. I kind of group those kind of together. Just learn about them, know the events, and show up to them. Because again, it's better than sitting in your dorm doing absolutely nothing. The biggest thing about college is connections. That's the biggest thing that people don't tell you. Like, yes, education, degrees, all that stuff's important. Yes, absolutely. But in my opinion, and what I've learned and what I've seen, you go there for connections. You go there to learn people, because you'll be surprised how like 10 years down the line, you'll see somebody that you knew that worked in somewhere else, that worked in some position and you were trying to get there, and all of a sudden, oh wait, they see that you were at Georgia State and we were in the same wrestling club, and then all of a sudden, bam, you have a job. Bam, you have a promotion. So that's part of the networking process. It is a conjoining thing of know the events, which is part of networking. So just talk to people, go try new things. Don't be afraid to try things, all right? And the fifth and final thing that I think is one of the most, if not the most important thing, which I kind of just like bled into it, and it goes over, kind of like summarizes what I've been talking about. Know the people on campus. Everyone. Now, does that mean you have to go talk to every single person off the street and just be like, oh, hello, hello, hello? If you want to do that, that's you. But know everyone. You'll be surprised who knows who. You'll be surprised who are the coolest people on campus. I mean everyone. Professors, if they're cool. Classmates. If you go to the food line, if you go, be nice to everyone. First of all, be nice to everyone. Just common courtesy for humans. But be nice to everybody. I was shout out. I was friends with one of the chefs at the food hall, because I was asking about, they made these patty melts and I was wondering where the hell they were, because they weren't making them for the summer, which I think they're making for the fall, if I'm not too sure. If it is, oh, it's over. But he ended up being one of the coolest guys I've ever met, and he always hooked me up with anything whenever I would have to walk 15 minutes across town, and he'd be like, hey man, what's going on? And it was like, have you eaten today? And I'm like, no. He's just like, what are you doing? Go eat something. And he was just a cool guy, and I saw him on his shifts, and I saw him all the time, and I would specifically go to that food hall just to see him. And there's a lot of cool people that you meet. You can become friends with people that end up working the front desk at the gym. I had a shout out Edward. That's one of the guys that I met randomly hanging out with some other people, and then he ended up working the front desk of when you scan into your dorm and then you scan into the gym. If you're cool with people, they'll work with you. People will work with you. People can be very reasonable as long as you're not an asshole, essentially. And the reputation that you have, it gets around very quick, especially if you're in a dorm of nothing but freshmen and you're only around each other. This is not being like a whole freshman thing. This is just being what it is. It's human. If you're only around a select group of people a lot of times and they keep seeing you, your reputation about you will get spread around. Good, bad, or indifferent. People will start talking about you. So you set a good precedence. People will be like, oh, I heard about him. He's a cool dude. I'm going to go invite him to this. I'm going to go ask him for this. I've had people ask me to help fix laptops. And I'm not even an electrician's guy, but I'll be like, all right, I'll figure it out. And we figured it out. You know, people found out I made music. I became friends with, and I've worked on music with people. Just random things will happen. You'll be so surprised by if you just get to know people. And that includes people on your floor, people on other floors, people, like I said, RAs, the front desk, the cooks, the teachers, professors, even people in the admissions office. Get to know everybody as much as you can, and I promise you'll be surprised what your experience will end up like at the end. And yeah, that's kind of just a real quick synopsis of the 5 of the most important things, in my opinion, that you should know before going to college. If you like this video or you have any questions specifically pertaining to college or Georgia State, I don't have all the answers, but if you do pose a lot of questions, I do know a lot. And if we don't know them now, we can learn them together. Be sure to leave a comment down below, like these videos, and share them with the people who are also going to college, because it's better to know something and then to go in there knowing nothing. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Happy learning, happy travels. And comment down below if you are going to college. What college are you going to? I'm curious to see that. I've had people who are going to Arkansas, Kennesaw, UGA. A lot of people going to UGA and Kennesaw from that I know. There's a friend of mine that's going to Belmont. There's just a whole lot of spots. So I'm curious to see it. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Stay safe. Take care. Happy travels. Bye-bye.